Welcome to the Festival of Storytellers.
I can't tell you how excited I am to be on right now. It's been a couple of weeks of excitement, getting prepared, and I've done a lot of things in my life, but this has got to be close to the top.
Thank you, Reader's Magnet, and thank you, John, for putting this forth and taking the chance on us authors in presenting this out to the world.
I've enjoyed this immensely, Joanne.
Ellie, so have I. Thank you for who you are, and thank you, Reader's Magnet. You all are beautiful, and you've worked so very hard, and we are blessed.
We are.
I thank everybody that's involved with this process, because we know writers need readers and writers need publishers. We thank Reader's Magnet and everybody that's involved. I love Reader's Magnet. They say, we share your stories with the world.
Good morning. Welcome to the Festival of Storytellers. I'm GACCETTA, and I am here to day 9. We're on day 9. We've got 5 more days to go and 5 more different recipes that we're going to share in the kitchen as the days go on. Today we're going to make a fairly simple and easy dish that is different for the holidays, but it's also a very simple dish that you can prepare in the evenings, on a weekend, on a weekday night. It goes very quickly. And so we're going to have glazed carrots with cracked black pepper. Before we get rolling, I'd like to thank Reader's Magnet for sponsoring this glorious event. It's just a lot of fun. There is no other publisher that dedicates a virtual book fair to the authors, and I think it's just an extraordinary event. I am the author of 2 books. I'm the author of One Caregiver's Journey, which is about my 9.5 years of caring for my mother when she fell and broke her hip at the age of 93 and passed away in my home at the age of 102. And then we're going to talk about this little book today. This is Generations of Good Food. And it's a book that is a compilation of 200 recipes from my mother's Italian family predominantly. There's breads, there's cakes, there's cookies, there's candy, there's main dishes, and there's pies. And if you're hungry and you want to learn how to cook, this is a great little book. I would also say if you have anyone that you would like to give a gift to for Christmas that's not a lot of money, this is a little $10 cookbook. And it's available on Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, right there at the Reader's Magnet bookstore, and from my booth, where we're streaming from now. This is also streaming on Reader's Magnet Facebook channel and their YouTube channel. You can follow me on Facebook at facebook.com/ELEANOR GACCETTA, and on Instagram, which is at ELEANOR GACCETTA, all small letters and all one word. Check out my website. When we're finished here today, check out my website, onecaregiversjourney.com, which is in the booth. You can click on my website from the booth. And today, I would like to remind you that I'm giving away of books. If you are interested in getting a copy of One Caregiver's Journey or Generations of Good Food, just send me your name and address in my chat box, in my contact box, which is found in my booth, and I will be glad to send you one. So now we're going to get started on our glazed carrots. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the stove on to medium. I have a bit of butter. I have about 2 pats of butter in here, and we're going to melt it down. And then in the meantime, I have 3 carrots, and I buy whole carrots. You can also make this with the baby carrot variety. And what you're trying to do is you slice them on a diagonal, try to get them all about the same size so that they cook evenly and they all cook the same. Carrots are very, very healthy. They have a lot of beta-carotene in them for your eyes. They're a great snack. They're very filling, and they're very hard to cut. There we are. I'll put these in the bowl, and we got our bowl here. I've already cut the other 2 carrots, and you can see that they're already here in the bowl. We'll get the butter melted. Help it out a bit. I might have to put a little more in, which I think I will. So I'll just take some butter out of my butter dish here in the kitchen, and we'll add it. I'll just add maybe a teaspoon of butter. And let that melt down. So carrots are a tuber. They're like a potato. They grow underground like radishes, potatoes, carrots, beets, onions. I'm trying in my mind to think as I go through the grocery store what I see. Anything with the carrot, and many times when you find carrots in the grocery store, they're still on their green leaves. You can cook those. They could be sauteed with garlic and butter, olive oil. They can be eaten as a side dish. They are also very nutritious for you. And carrots are not a normal Thanksgiving dish. But in my family, I have an 18-year-old niece whose name is Brooklyn, great niece, and Brooklyn loves carrots. So a few years ago, my late sister-in-law decided we would start having carrots for Brooklyn at Thanksgiving and Easter. So that's why I'm making this carrot dish. So I'm going to pull my computer closer here so we can read. Carrots you can use in a lot of dishes. Oh, that's not going to work for us. I might have to just keep bending to see my chat line. I'm sorry. You use carrots in a ton of dishes. I'm gonna put the carrots in here now. You can hear them fry. I have a pair of tongs that have a silicone tip so that you can use them and not scratch your pans. Carrots. I love carrots in soups, stews. You can use them. They're a wonderful complement for any kind of meat, fish, poultry. You use carrots in carrot cake. You use carrots in various kinds of breads that we make. So now we'll wait and let this cook a bit. You use carrots in breads. You can use carrots. You shred them for your carrot cake. Carrot cakes are just super moist and super good. Carrot cakes, of course, are a source of debate. That's the right word I want to use. the debate over carrot cakes is, do you use pineapple and coconut, raisins? What do you put in a carrot cake? Some people do not like carrots, putting in carrot cake, carrots, pineapple in a carrot cake, saying that it is just not what you do. We're going to turn these to make sure that everybody gets a little bit of the good stuff. And many people, work with me. Okay, so they don't want to work with me, so I'll fix them. We'll just turn them over. How about that? There's more than one way to skin this cat. Normally, this is not what you would do, but for the sake of time and the sake of making this recipe within 30 minutes, this is what we're going to do. The carrots are caramelizing on both sides with the butter, which is what you want them to do. Yeah, everybody's got a little bit of butter, and we can just let them continue to cook. We'll let them cook about another 3 or 4 minutes, and then we'll add. I'm going to add a little bit of kosher salt. I probably have not quite a half a teaspoon in my hand, and we're just going to get that on there and give them a little flavor. Yes, you know what? There's nothing like the sound of something cooking. I've got salt all over my stove now. There's nothing quite like the sound of the sizzle of food in a pan. This past summer, I did an Instagram post story where I featured sausage and peppers cooking, and you could just could hear them. They not only did they sound good, they smelled out of this world, but you could hear them, and that was really a lot of fun too. I have some pretty stubborn carrots in this pan, I'll tell you. They don't want to work with me. We need everybody to be getting their fair share of butter and their fair share of salt. Just keep turning them over. This is one of the upsides and downsides of being a home cook. You never know what's going to happen when you're in your own kitchen. And now to this, I'm going to add, let me see what this chat is here. You know, a lot of people add carrots to roasts, to baked chicken, if you do oven, or a lot of people make their roasts in the Instagram. A lot of people make their roasts in the Instagram, or in the Instapot. They don't make them on the Instagram. They make them on the Instapot, and it's just a nice way of doing it. It's easy and it's fast, and it takes a lot of the guesswork out of how much time do you need to prepare. Now I'm going to pour about a half a cup of chicken stock in here. So again, I'd like to remind you, if you'd like a copy of either of my books, just to go to the contact box in my booth or in my webpage, and leave me your name and address, and I'll be happy to send you one. Now we'll start the process, and then to this I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of sugar, and this sets the glazing process in motion. And we're going to turn the heat up a bit to help this along. And help this, we'll stir this around. So all of these little guys here get nice and happy. And they all get glazed, and they all get, now you can use just plain water if you don't want to use stock or chicken broth. It's all the same. I have to tell you, it smells terrific in here. I have to tell you that I was going to tell you what we were going to cook tomorrow, but I can't remember. I think we're going to have some sort of a cookie tomorrow. We may be making brown bottom cookies tomorrow. But whatever it is, we will enjoy it. The process of steaming and is the way that we cook our foods. And as the liquid steams out and boils out, then the cooking process continues and the carrots begin to cook. You can make this dish with honey. You can make this dish with brown sugar. You can use water. You can use spices. Speaking of which, we're going to add a little black pepper. You could also use white pepper, which is a little lighter in taste than this. And of course, this morning, nothing wants to work with me. Okay, it's going to have to be as good as it gets because it doesn't want to come out. Just cooking up a storm here, folks. You can do this. I would imagine you could do this with most vegetables. Carrots seem to be the easiest, but you can glaze a variety of fruits and vegetables. I know that you could do this with apples. You can do this with pears. You can do this with plums. And I hope your Thanksgiving is going to be as nice as mine. We're hoping to have a very nice time. It's always fun when family gets together, and especially those you haven't seen in a while. And you can catch up with what the kids are doing in school and how the college kids are faring, what they're doing for fun, which they probably don't want to tell you. Do I have some tuna dishes? No. The only tuna dish, and I will tell you it's one of my favorites, is I love tuna noodle casserole with if you make it with a roux with milk, and just start out with flour and butter in a deeper pan, and then you add your milk and let it thicken, and then you add your pasta, add your tuna, a little salt and pepper, and just let it cook. That's one of my favorite tuna dishes. I love just plain canned tuna in a sandwich, and not necessarily with a lot of mayo and a lot of relish, pickle relish and mayonnaise, which of course is the way most people like it. I think it's wonderful if you just have it on a bed of lettuce and eat it in salad. Tuna is incredibly healthy, and it's part of it, and it's fish. I also no, I am not a sushi eater, but I do know that poke tuna. If you have wonderful grade of tuna, I know people that live and die for poke tuna. We're getting close here. They're all shiny and glazed, which is what we want. I'm going to take a quick picture with my camera over here. Take a quick picture of this guy cooking. And shut this off. And they're all glazed. Some of them are caramelized. I'm going to get a dish. Going to get our trusty little pansy dish. I'm going to put them in there. And I tell you, that looks pretty good. We'll try to hit them with a little more black pepper. So I'm going to hold this up so you can see it. Oop, there we go. There's our glazed carrots. Get a fork and we'll try them. They're nice and tender. They got a bit of a bite. They're al dente, as we would say. Excellent. That is a great recipe, my friends. That is a great recipe. It's just a super Brooklyn will like these. Brooklyn will like these for Thanksgiving. And that kind of ends us for today. We're a little early, but that's kind of where we are. And send some over to the author relations staff at Reader's Magnet is what I'm being asked. No can do, but you can make them. I thank you for coming. Again, I thank Reader's Magnet. If you want a book, go to the contact box in my website right there where you are, and come with me tonight. I will be live streaming tonight at 7:30. Tomorrow we're at Brown Edge Cookies, same time, same place. Tonight, 7:30 Eastern, we'll be talking about how to choose a nursing home for our caregivers. With that, I thank you. You have a good rest of your day. Take care and be safe. Bye for now.